All right. As you all may know, the baseball season is approaching in the major leagues. Um, Spring training's about to start. Teams are really focusing on getting the teams together, and I figured that I'll make a preview of the Mariner season. As a follow-up to the video I made about the Raiders on what I think they need to improve. Um, the Mariners, I must say, they've made some moves that show that they're interested in winning. And being a Mariner fan for some time now, you really had to question what our front office really was thinking. There was a time period where we were just continue to struggle, and there wasn't really an effort to improve the team. You know, a lot of what we're seeing in Oakland right now, a whole lot of first round draft picks that don't do anything. But that's besides the point. But this all season though has been a really good one for Seattle. Um, Brought in Cone Figgins, a guy that's really been a pain in our side. Being the fact that he's been in our division, he's always been a pain, especially on the bases. The fact that he's a switch hitter, he he's gonna be really useful for our team. Milton Bradley, he's a guy where I mean, if he's in the right place where I think Seattle is for him, I think he'll do well. We have veteran guys on the team. I just want him to calm down, relax. Because what happened to him in Chicago, we can't have that happening here. We just can't. Cliff Lee, of course, in a deal I really didn't understand. Um, well, I understand it, but at the same time, I didn't know why the Phillies would trade Cliff. I mean, Cliff, you're not gonna get a better pitching performance from any pitcher in the playoffs than what Cliff Lee gave the Phillies in the playoffs. I mean, the way he dismantled the Yankees, it was unbelievable, and I was really surprised that they didn't re-sign him. Uh, I mean, we are talking about Roy Halladay, so I guess it's there. But man, Cliff Lee really pitched some lights out baseball. He really did. But uh, I'm happy that the team's improved, but at the same time, if we don't do well, I think it will be because of the offense and its inability to score. Like we've had that problem for a while now. I mean, our lineup is nice. There's a lot of speed guys. Very strategic, but at the same time, we lack power. This lineup really lacks power, and we're gonna need that. The Yankees lineup just power all over the place, and that's really what propelled them to win the World Series. That, along with their salary. Um, I think defensively we'll be one of the better teams in the league. I really think so. With Jack Wilson, he played great shortstop last year. He really did. Jose Lopez, Gutierrez, who, in my opinion, is the best defensive center fielder in the game. I know people will debate me, maybe not agree with what I'm saying, because he didn't win the Gold Glove. But first of all, the Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, that's all biased anyway. That those awards are just one of the worst. They should just stop with those because it really is a popularity contest. Seriously, that's all it is. But we're gonna have one of the better defensive teams in the year. Um, we have Felix pitching one, of course. Cliff with the two. I think Ian is. I think Ian's gonna have a really good year. I really think so because he's not gonna have much pressure on him. I don't think he's gonna have the pressure on him. You're gonna have Felix pitching, Cliff, and he can see how those guys attack certain teams. Maybe see if he can emulate that. I think he'll have a good year. The same thing with Rowland-Smith. He's a guy who I really think, he played alright last year. I really think he can do better this year. And Garrett Olson, same with him. You know, we're gonna be a really good defensive team. There's no doubt about it. I have the utmost faith that defensively we'll be one of the better teams in the league. It's just offensively, um, I really do hope it works. I really do, because we have a nice lineup. We have a nice NL lineup, but we're in the AL. That's the thing. I mean, this would be a really good NL lineup, but the American League is really about power, and we definitely lack that on this with this lineup. But hey, nothing will be definite until they play, and that's the only how we'll be able to judge. But it's good. I'm going into the season definitely with more positivity than I did going into the season that just passed with Oakland. I was really, it was really wishful thinking, believing that the Raiders would improve when virtually no work was put in to improve by the players, especially on the behalf of Jamarcus Russell. Um, but I'm really really interested in how this season is gonna go for us. We had a really good comeback year. Won 24 more games than we did last year. Um, I really think this is gonna be a good year for us. And hey, a lot of teams in the AL West are breaking down. The Angels prominently. No Lackey, no Vlad. Vlad's going to Texas. I really think it's between us and the Angels for the AL West this year. Texas, I don't see them doing much, and the A's, I don't see them doing much. So I really think if we can get our acts together, that we can really compete for the AL West this year. I really believe that.